Hey there, Kyle Souza here. My blog is talkinggeek.com, and this YouTube channel is where I make videos like this one, where I'm going to be going through some books that I bought at Goodwill. Now, I did this in a less than intelligent manner because these are not from a local Goodwill. I am in the Woodlands, which is on the north side of Houston, and these are from Edmond, Oklahoma, which is on the north side of Oklahoma City. I was up there for business a couple weeks ago, and I bought more books than I could fit in my carry-on. So I had to choose between checking the box and taking it with me, or for half the price, sending it via media mail. Actually, less than half the price, sending it via media mail and waiting for it. That's what I was going to do, except I didn't have time to go by the post office before leaving and ask somebody that I knew up there if they could hold on to it for me for a couple weeks, because I knew I'd be back, and at that time I'd be driving and could definitely take it with me. And they obliged, and so I appreciate them very much, and got some books that I'm excited about. So there are a lot of theological books in this one, and I did one other video where there was a lot of those. Most of the books I buy are sci-fi and fantasy, but theology is probably the third most popular book buying genre for me. So this is the Living Room series, What Love Is, The Letters of 1st, 2nd, 3rd John by Kelly Minter, a 7-session Bible study. I always find it interesting when I can get books that are workbooks that have, things that need to be filled in and whatnot, and nothing's filled in. I hope the person did the workbook in a separate book. That's how I do a lot of workbooks. So yeah. See, I've got several Max Lucado books in here, but I also got The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. This one's a men's edition. I'm not sure what the difference is between the regular one and the men's edition, but I don't have the regular one, so I was happy to pick this one up. Alright, this is When Bad Things Happen to Good Marriages by Dr. Les and Leslie Parrott. How to Stay Together When Life Pulls You Apart. I'm married. I'm always interested in having a successful marriage, so I like to get books about that. The New Revised Standard Version of the New Oxford Annotated Apocrypha. Apocrypha being extra-biblical texts. This one includes contents from the Roman Catholic, Greek, and Slavonic Bibles. Tobit, Judith, additions to the Book of Esther, Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiasticus, Baruch, the letter of Jeremiah, the additions to the Book of Daniel, and 1st and 2nd Maccabees, 2nd Esdras, and 4th Maccabees. Oh, and 3rd Maccabees, Psalm 151, Prayer of Manasseh, and 1st Esdras also. So I don't put any weight in the apocryphal texts, but I find them interesting. Alright, let's see what else. I was going to go through all the Lucado books at the end, because I got a bunch of those. Alright, The Hidden Smile of God, John Piper, The Fruit of Affliction in the Lives of John Bunyan, William Cowper, and David Brainerd. David Brainerd, an interesting guy. Big fan of John Bunyan myself. So that one was good. Alright, this one is a Star Wars book. R.A. Salvatore's Vector Prime from the New Jedi Order. R.A. Salvatore, very prolific author. Did a lot of Dungeons & Dragons book also. I love Star Wars. This is from the old expanded universe, and couldn't pass that up. Let's see what else we got here. Just checking. Alright. Got a study guide, Dare to Live Fully, Right Where You Are, 1,000 Gifts. 5-part study on gratitude. A Diary of Private Prayer by John Bailey. So this one is a devotional. Nightlight by Dr. James and Shirley Dobson, devotion for couples. Power of a Praying Husband by Stormy O'Martian. God's Word for Couples, devotions for growing together. Again, got a wife, like to do things with her. God is an important part of our lives. There we go, let's see. Oh, this is another very interesting sci-fi or fantasy book here. Robert Silverberg's Majapur Chronicles. This one has more than one book in it, I believe. Maybe it's only one book, but it's part of a series. Yeah, Lord Valentine's Castle, Dying Inside, Book of Skulls, Stochastic Man, Nightwings, Shadrach and the Furnace. Those are all books by the same author. And so this one is a fantasy book. Looked pretty cool. But it does have some sci-fi elements to it as well. Alright, let's see what else we got here. These are some great kids books that I got. I'm very excited about this. Edgar and the Tattletale Heart, right? The children's version of Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart by Jennifer Adams. It's funny, my youngest daughter is 5 and she doesn't really read, but she's always carrying around one of my copies of Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart and Other Stories. And I have other collected works of his that include those stories, so I was fine giving her the book. But she loves that book and loves trying to read it, and people will be like, "What are you reading?" And she'll show them, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's what the 5-year-old is reading. Wow." And it just cracks me up. All right. In the realm of the Never Fairies, The Secret World of Pixie Hollow, about Tinker Bell. Fun fact for you. Tinker is her job title. Bell is her name. So this is just kind of an encyclopedia for children on all the fairy stuff. Fairy hygiene, buttercups, so different plants, fairy remedies. It's got just a bunch of stuff about fairies. The kitchen. Got some fun artwork in it. Water talent fairy. So it's just a fun. If you've seen other videos, you see that I get reference books, as it were, for these fantasy and sci-fi worlds, and I enjoy stuff like that. So I figure I'd get some. All right, I've got H. Norman Wright's Quiet Time for Couples, another daily devotional for couples. I think that one's a full year long. Dave Duncan's Fairy Lands Forlorn. This is part 2 of A Man of His Word. I also have part 1, Magic Casement. I did not pick up part 3. They didn't have that there. One of the dangers, as it were, of getting these at used bookstores. Sometimes you don't get the wholes of the series. But to be able to pick up, these for so cheap, I'm willing to take that risk. And so I'll read one, and if I like it, I'll read the other. And if I don't, then I won't. All right. And then this is Wanderings, Chaim Potok's History of the Jews. So, got that one. That one's more historical there. And then I've got 31 Days of Prayer by Ruth Myers and Warren Myers. And 1,000 Gifts Devotional. So this is, had that book, 1,000 Gifts. This is a devotional to go along with that. Multiply by Francis Chan, Disciples Making Disciples. I got one other Francis Chan book that I like, so I figured go with it. And then Richard Foster's Celebration of Discipline. Alright, discipline, important in life. And then I've got 6 books by Max Lucado. Max Lucado, author, pastor that I like. God Came Near Deluxe Edition. 316, The Numbers of Hope. That one's not Lucado. Facing Your Giants by Lucado. And The Angels Were Silent. And then A Gentle Thunder, Hearing God Through the Storm. And then the last one is actually by James Dobson, When God Doesn't Make Sense. So let's see how many books that is. We've got 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, these, try to get those guys the same way, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 books. Alright. Too many books for me to pack in my suitcase unless I got rid of everything that was in there for my carry-on. But it made it home and it worked out okay. Thanks for watching. I'll try to put links to as many of these books as I can in case any of them grab your attention. You won't get them as cheap as me, but hopefully if it's something you want, you're gonna find it either out in the wild like I did, or you'll just order it online for ease. Alright, I'm Kyle. My blog is talkinggeek.com. I appreciate you.